Hi guys, what I want to show you today is some of the misconceptions that people have about digital art. And what we're looking at right now is Clip Studio Paint, and it is an art program. It's similar, very, very similar to Photoshop, except way less expensive. And they have a lot of clips to use. Let me show you that. You can search here and ask for different brushes and things like that. There are a lot of the artists that will make brushes. This program is used a lot in cartooning, storyboarding, that type of thing. So it's, it has like architectural things and stuff. I don't really do any of that type of thing. And in fact, it had been, gosh, I would say probably about 2009, I think, and we had a house fire, and at the time I had a Wacom tablet, and so of course I lost that during the house fire, and so I never replaced it, and then I really didn't have it long enough to really, get a grasp of the layers and, all the things to use and how to use the brushes and everything. And there's been a lot of progress in just in everything. I mean, back when I first started it, there were no tablets that you could write on. You had to just write on the little tablet that was like a black surface, and when you were drawing on that, you were looking at the screen, and so it was a little more complicated. But there are people out there that have been making fantastic art for, oh my gosh, 20, probably close to 30 years. And they all did it on that. So the common misconception that I'm wanting to point out here is, let me show you. Okay, so this is the original photo of this little girl, and then I did a painting of her. Let me go ahead and open that. And her mom was super confused when I sent it to her. She wanted to buy the original painting, and I'm like, this is the original. And I mean, she just really, literally just did not. Okay, and she likes like the faceless art. So you can see, I don't know how big that page was over there, but I'm going to go ahead and try to get it all on the same page, what I'm going to show you. So let's see, go ahead and copy, and oh boy, I bet I'm not going to be able to paste it on here. Let's see what happened. Oh boy. Wow, I have no idea what that is. Let me undo. Okay, we'll just do it like this, and then I'm going to go ahead and open this is what people think digital art is, and especially I've seen this in, let me see here. I'm still looking for it. I'm sorry, hold on. May not have saved it yet. Anyway, this art is what people, I bet I didn't. Here we go. Okay, so what I did is I put this, and I'm just going to pop it up here and show you, is I took this little picture of her and put it in just an art program. You know, you can just, I just did this online. I just jumped up there and found one. I don't think it's a very sophisticated one. I mean, it's super obvious. This type of art is super obvious, or I wouldn't even call it art. It's just manipulation. You're just manipulating the photo with filters and whatever pre-programmed. And it's kind of artificial intelligence type thing. And I mean, it's super cute if you just want to play with your little photos and make them kind of artsy or whatever. There's nothing wrong with that. That's adorable. In fact, I think it would be really super fun to paint the picture of her with these colors. It's just so cute with the little pink on her hands and everything. But anyway, this is photo manipulation. There's nothing, no brushes were used, no painting was used. There's not a bit of originality to this. And there are people that will go into art groups and they'll post their painting, and some people that aren't very knowledgeable about, you know, about this are like, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. And you know, and then other people get really irate in the group and start commenting on, you know, that's a photo manipulation and you didn't paint that. And so it's just like a big war between traditional artists and digital artists. And it's in it. I'm talking probably, I don't think that younger people have a problem with that, because, I mean, this is what they grew up with. They get a tablet, you know, little kids are drawing on their tablets. I'm seeing amazing work from, you know, really young, very young adults, kids that aren't even, you know, 18, that are just doing amazing work, and it's just all really natural for them. So I just think that it's really awesome that the tools are available for people to use and do that kind of thing. But as far as the photo manipulation stuff, there's just no place for that in the art world. Don't, you know, excuse me, you should not be posting this type of thing and going, you know, I painted this. No, you didn't paint it. And it's just really, um, it's just so weird. I don't know. I don't even understand why people do that, but, you know, I've seen it happening for years. So moving on, I just want to make a point to show you the difference between photo manipulation, which was this photo, and by putting it into a program. Of course, it manipulated this. I used like the watercolor setting, and just clicked a button and it just turned the painting or picture, you know, photograph into that, which, I mean, I'm thinking is really, I love the colors in here, and I like, you know, there's a lot I like about whoever, you know, created this. There's some unique things there, but this is not art. This is not something that, it's just not art. It's photo manipulation. Okay, now to the art one. And, you know, I mean, you can see a lot of different things that I've done on this that were, you know, not in the photograph, but, I mean, it was fun. That lettering was a little bit difficult, but I felt like it turned out really good. And like I said again, you know, the lady was really into the faceless art type thing, which, I mean, I think it's cute, the art I've seen, but I really just kind of wanted to, I could have done more with a background on this and stuff, but I really just felt like, you know, that was just really not that big of a deal. What I really wanted to keep the focus on is just her cute little pose, her cute little hands, and the way that she's, crushing the leaves, and then just throwing them in joy, obviously. And so it was just, when I saw the picture, it was just adorable, and I wanted to give it a shot and see what I could come up with, and I was really super pleased with how it turned out. And so now, while I'm here, I'm just going to go ahead and show you. This had probably about, I would say, about 20 layers to it. 15, 20, something like that. And you make a layer, and then you just say like a hair layer. Where it was completed, I merged it all together, so now the layers are not available. But before I did that, there was a layer for the hair, a layer for the like the top and the headband, the shading, the skin, the flat paint to begin with, and that type of thing. So but this is just like if you had if you were going to paint it on a canvas or something, you have various brushes, and that do like different types of things. Let's see what I got here. So, and you just have to, create your brushes. You've got to find the right blender, and there's quite a learning curve. I feel like, I think what I did here was I started out, these are my lines, but I started out with, I think my picture at a lower resolution, and then I made it larger so that it could be printed on anything. So that's probably the only thing that I'm not super happy with, was that outlining right there. But but then again, it didn't bother me that much too. And this was just really a practice piece, to see how it would work out, and just learning, because I'm just I'm literally just learning this and watching hours and hours, excuse me, of videos on YouTube and things like that to learn the techniques and everything. And so it's a lot of work, and but it's also a lot of fun too. So, and it's a pretty creative outlet. I love the challenge of learning something new. And I think that a lot of people during COVID, like especially in 2019, 2020, 2021, just flooded the arts groups, and people were, really reaching out and wanting to learn to do, various types of paintings, all the different art groups. So what I specialize in is watercolor. That's my favorite medium, but even acrylic and oil and pastels and colored pencils and all that. There's was a huge influx of people wanting to learn and do art, and I think it was very, very therapeutic. And in fact, I feel like spending the time learning the digital art has been pretty therapeutic, just even personally. So I think it's really good sometimes to step out of your comfort zone and challenge yourself, and just kind of switch your focus in life. At times, change things up. But anyway, okay, well, that was all I wanted to do today. And I did want to mention in closing that I am trying to recreate my traditional art style and digital, and so far that's not going really well. But if that's something you're interested in, I do think I'm going to be posting a series of that work where I'm just experimenting and trying different things. And I would love to have people join me in that effort, people that know what they're doing, people that don't know what they're doing, like myself, and are just, winging it and learning something new. I think it'd be really fun for the channel. And so join me there. Subscribe and hit the bell so you get notices. And thank you for watching.